Hi everybody. So today I am going to do a tutorial about how to look like Stella Carlin, played by Ruby Rose on Orange is the New Black. And this is a little bit intimidating because nobody is Ruby Rose. But this is my Halloween look and I hope you enjoy it. So right now what I've done already before starting this video is that I've put in some blue kind of green tinted contacts since my eyes are naturally hazel, and then also I've already showered and styled my hair, combed it over to the side, and this is the closest I can get my hair to look like Stella's. So that was done ahead of time. Also, I'm already in my prison uniform and I've already washed and moisturized my face, but I have nothing else on but the moisturizer that I've already used. And then also after this, I'm going to have some tattoo sleeves that's somewhere back there in the bathroom or something. You know, those pantyhose kind of things that you can put on your arm and make tattoo sleeves. I'm going to use those because I've only got this one. I don't have everything that Ruby Rose has. And then also I'm going to get somebody to draw the tattoo on her neck that says "and breathe me," and then also the "just love" tattoo on my knuckles. So all of that will be done off camera, but for the purpose of this I wanted to kind of do the face for the look. First I'm going to prime my face, and this is MAC Time Check lotion. Okay, next is foundation, and this is MAC Face and Body in the color C1 because that's what fits my skin tone the best. Next is my concealer, which is MAC Mineralized Concealer in the color NC20. Now I'm going to set all of this with my Bare Minerals mineral veil and a fluffy brush. I don't want any of this melting off. Her skin is much better than mine. Okay, so that was the base. So here's the fun part, trying to get features to mimic hers in this character without really looking like you're wearing a whole lot of makeup. That's the hard part, because in prison there's not as much access to makeup, and she doesn't appear to be wearing any, or at least not wearing much if she is wearing some in the show. So that's going to be our challenge. First, what I'm going to try to do is a little bit of contouring, because as we know, Ruby Rose has a shorter forehead than I do, and she has some bomb-ass cheekbones and jawline, like, oh my god, perfect cheekbones and jawline. And so that's something that we're going to try to mimic. And I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour kit and the brush that goes with it. So first, I'm going to choose this lighter shade, this lighter brown shade, and follow my cheekbone line a little bit like this, just to give myself a little bit more of a pronounced cheekbone. And I'm being careful to start at the top of my ear and work towards my mouth. And she doesn't have that much darkness here. She just naturally has these perfect features. So now, with that darker shade over here, I'm going to get some of this on my brush, tap off the excess, and I'm going to go up in here. And I know this is going to look scarily dark. I'm okay with that, because I am trying to get the same look that she has up here. And her forehead is a 4-head, not a 5-head like mine. Now I'm taking this smaller brush and taking this lighter color, and I'm just slightly going to contour my nose. We have similar shaped noses in that they're not tiny thin noses, but they're not big noses either. And so I just want to get a closer look to hers. Okay, now, we're not quite done with the contouring yet. We're going to take this lighter shade and we're going to contour here around the jawline, because she has an immaculate jawline. And now we want to highlight our face in all the places that hers is popping out with her beautiful bone structure. So I'm going to take this banana-ish kind of color here and do the tops of my cheekbones. And also in here on my bags. I'm also, for a natural look, going to take this kind of skin tone color over here and just put it on my eyelids. Because she isn't wearing eye makeup in the series. Highlighting the forehead, bridge of the nose, jawline, chin. Okay, so we're done with that part. What I'm going to do now is grab this brush, and this is a Bare Minerals product called Well Rested. And I'm going to take a little bit of this, and just to emphasize the highlighting we've done, because this has a little bit of a pearlescent shine, but it doesn't look too much like makeup, I'm going to give those highlighted areas an extra boost. Okay, now what I'm going to do is mascara. And she has pretty lashes, but she's not wearing falsies or anything like that. Her eyes are not glammed up. So I have very little eyelashes, very few, very thin, very sparse. So I'm going to try to do mine up. If I go out of frame, sorry. Okay, done that. I am going to work on my eyebrows. Her eyebrows in the series are a little bit less arched than what I have here. So I'm going to dust over my eyebrows in the type of shape that she has, like so. I'm filling in my arch a little bit down here because hers aren't quite as arched. Anytime you do eyebrows, brush it out. Brush, brush, brush it out. Brush, brush, brush it out. Woo! Alright, I need to stop. Next, we're getting closer now. I am taking this Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I'm going to be using these two brushes. So one that looks like this, and one that looks like this. Wet Dry and Heavenly Liner brushes from Bare Essentials. And I'm going to be trying to create kind of a widow's peak right here, because Ruby Rose has that and I don't really. I used to, but I have hair loss problems and it all fell out. And that is why I keep my hair short. I'm going to use this mirror here, so I'm just trying to find a way to do this that won't obstruct your view. So I'm going to line up my center. It's right there. And I'm not going to make this a very strong, detailed widow's peak. I just want to have something here to make it look like my hairline extended. And the color on this palette that I'm using is called Busted. It's a dark brown color. Busted. Busted. So just working that shadow into a triangular-like pattern and blending it up into the forehead. And I know that looks a little bit cray-cray, but just follow me here for a second. Now I'm going to get this, also Bare Essentials Max Coverage Concealer Brush, dip it into the yellow color called Foxy in the same palette, and just shape out next to. And this will all look a little more normal once I take this clip out. So to complete the Ruby Rose Stella Carlin look, obviously her lips. Her lips are so much better than mine. They have so much more body than mine do. I'm not wearing anything on my lips right now. I know it looks like it. I actually just last Friday got them tattooed, so the color is a little strong. It still hasn't, faded out to a normal lip color yet, and it's really dry, so I'm hoping that this doesn't affect the application of the lips. But what we want is to have those big plump lips. I'm gonna have to overdraw my lips a pretty good bit to get them to look like hers. So again, with my little mirror, this right here is NYC Smooch Proof Lip Stain, 16 hours, and the color is 493 Champagne Stain. And I'm going to overdraw my lip line with this. Okay, now that I've overdrawn my lip line and we're looking really clowny right now, I'm going to start filling this in a little bit more. Okay, so I've filled this in. We're still looking a little clowny. Bear with me, bear with me. I realize this, but you can see that this is building body by filling in with this lip stain. This lip stain is just giving us a base to work with for this lip look. And her lips are really swollen and red looking in a good way. And so having this kind of a deep color is still looking true to the character. Okay, so now I'm going to go back through with a actual gel lip liner, and this is Palladio Herbal Lip Liner in the color Raspberry, PRL14. And if you notice, I'm also drawing it a little bit more flat up here in the Cupid's bow, because I have a very triangular M-shaped harsh lined Cupid's bow, and hers are more soft and rounded on the top. Okay, so now that we've done this, for a second here, I want to go back to this lip stain, and let's put some hash marks in our top and bottom lips, and that'll kind of give an illusion of plumpness as well. So, like here, 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 here. Okay, and we're going to draw over all of this with the lip pencil. Okay, so this is what we're working with for right now, and what we want to do is take our concealer, and any spots that you feel like you drew a little too far or messed up on, you cover a piece of that with concealer. Cover up whatever little piece. And you can also have a paper towel or a clean washcloth or something like that to just kind of correct anything as you were drawing. It's bound to happen, unless you're really that good, which, awesome, I'm not a makeup artist. Okay, so I know I'm taking the most amount of time on the lips, and to me that's not a wasted effort. That's very important, because for me that's where this whole look really comes together, and so it can be really hit or miss. You have to get the lips, and that can be a challenge. So in keeping with the lips just a little bit more, but no more red, I understand. We have this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, number 604. And we're going to draw into the Cupid's bow to get a little bit of a highlight. Be light-handed with this too. And then I'm going to grab this same brush that we used a little bit earlier when we were creating our Widow's Peak. I'm not putting any extra product on it, but I'm going to wiggle it on the base of my lip down here to add a shadow, because since I drew mine on and I don't actually have full lips, I want to make it look like it's, you know, pouting outward. So making a shadow. And now with this same brush with no extra product, I'm just going to pat in those areas on the lips where we added our creases a while ago. I don't know if the camera picks up that extra dimension, but I'm hoping it does. Sometimes I get my fluffy brush that has some product left in it and I dab a little more to set it. And this kind of sets the lip line a little better. And now, last thing, I do have shave lines in my head. You may not, and you may want to be replicating this look without it, or you may have lines, but it's not quite as obvious as this. You can always go in with the Jumbo White Pencil and literally draw on your own hair or your own scalp and make lines and buff it out. And you can do that up here as well. If you're wanting to kind of draw on her hairline, you can absolutely do that. I've seen people also, when drawing on shave lines, take these kinds of clips and strip back sections like this, so that, see, it'll create a line like that wherever they're wanting their shave lines. So think about that as well. And of course, if you're going to be wearing this all night in Halloween, you want to set it with something. Don't let your makeup look just melt right off. And I like to use this Urban Decay setting spray. I've taken the clip out of my hair. I'm going to pull my hair back down over the side like this, and you can tell that makes the Cupid's bow a little bit less prominent. Sometimes she has her hair kind of slicked back a little bit, and you know, you can achieve that look too if you're wanting to. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to shake it out and pull it back down, because I feel like that is the most often that you see her hair in the series. Is usually down like this. So, strike a few wannabe Ruby Rose poses. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like gang signs. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm going to get somebody to write the tattoo here and on my knuckles, and I'm going to be putting on those pantyhose tattoo sleeves so that I can have some tattoos like she does. But I hope you've enjoyed watching this tutorial. I hope that it's helped you or inspired you to try to copy this look. Better yet, do the look and do it better than what I did. That would be awesome. I would love to see pictures of that. So please comment below to let me know if you've done a look like this. I'm really interested in seeing it. I'm a really big fan of not just the show, but of Ruby Rose in general, and her philosophies on things, and I just really like her a lot. Please click like below if you like this video, if it was helpful for you. Share your comments, subscribe, let me know what else you'd like to see. Check out my channel too. I do have a few other makeup looks, but then I also have some other things because I actually have a twin. Here's a picture of her. And we do some twin videos together. I've been lately looking into doing that Mortified Nation thing where you read your childhood diaries. So I'm starting that as well on my channel. So just check it out, see if you like it. Click like, subscribe, and I hope to hear from you soon. Yes, I've looked at her face entirely too much. Whoop! And I dropped my brush. Look. And I just totally did this with my eye shadow or eyeliner. I'm gonna have to take care of that. Be back in a little bit.